Ladies and gentlemen, Jonesy here, back once again to give you another Hunter x Hunter video, and this time we're going to be doing a Hunter x Hunter explanation video. But before I start talking about it, I just want to mention that there will be spoilers in this video relating to the latest chapter of Hunter x Hunter that's just come out, chapter 357. So if you haven't read that chapter and you're not up to date with Hunter x Hunter, please do not keep watching this video as you'll be spoiled. So click out of the video right now. I urge you, please do so. I'll give you 5 seconds before I start spoiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'll be discussing in this video Shalnark's death in the latest chapter this week and how this possibly relates to his fortune all the way back in the York New City arc for foreshadowing, not the actual prediction, just a foreshadowing from Togashi. So if we go back to the Hunter x Hunter chapters 104 to 108 in the York New arc, just remember when the troupe received each of their individual fortunes from the poem, the main message out of that was that the spider was only going to have half of its limbs left, so essentially meaning that half the members of the Phantom Troop would die, so 6, and one already died at the time, which was Uvo, which only 5 left, and then Paku died, so 4 more. So if you remember, the troop members would write down their name, date, and blood type onto this piece of paper to see what their fortune was. So it was also mentioned that Shizuku and Kurolo said that the next deaths of the troop members would die based on their individual troop number and the corresponding month. So the next order was obviously, the first was Uvo, November, the next was Pakunodo, September, and then we've had Shalnark just died, June, who's number 6, and then the next likely one is Shizuku, number 8, August. So now, just going back to Shalnark, we're going to talk about Shizuku in a sec, but relating to Shalnark's fortune, it was his fortune is stated, and I quote in chapter 108, "You must not phone, because at the most important time it won't work. You won't be able to answer the phone either, because one time out of 3 on the other end will be the god of death." Now, in the latest chapter 357, Shalnark's fortune, obviously, it's occurred, it's come true. The god of death, we assume, or it is Hisoka. The number 4 also represents death in Japanese culture. So remember, Hisoka used to be number 4 in the Phantom Troop. Now, the part of Shalnark's fortune, and I quote, "You must not phone because at the most important time it won't work." Now, this is really nice foreshadowing from Togashi here, because it's pretty much he's planned this pretty far. So the reason why Shalnark's phone could not have worked here is that his ability as well as his phone are in Kurolo's possession, as he was using it in the fight against Hisoka. So that's clear. Now, next part of the fortune, and I quote, "You won't be able to use the phone either." Now, in the latest chapter, after Kurolo hangs up, Shalnark receives a second call, and he drops the phone before he can answer when he sees Hisoka walking out of the toilet. Now, I guess, yeah, that's come true there. Now, the last part is that the fortune, the last part, and I quote, "Because one time out of 3 on the other end will be the god of death." Now, Hisoka wasn't really phoning Shalnark here, and I'm not really 100% certain if the expression can mean something else in Japanese, but the one time out of 3 could refer to the number of times we have seen Shalnark use a phone after he received a fortune. The first time he used autopilot during the Chimera Ant arc. The second time he received a text from Nobunaga after Sazan was killed, though I know this isn't really phoning, but just counts anyway. And the third time is when he was talking to Corolla in this latest chapter. So now it's pretty clear that there's been a lot of foreshadowing for Shalnark clearly. Now, if we go on to Shizuku's foreshadowing from her fortune, it could potentially come true in the next couple of chapters. Now, because she might die either on the ship going to the Dark Continent or after the troop steals the fortune from the Kakin royal family. Now, I'll just read the important part about Shizuku's fortune, and I quote, "In the field covered with black items, you will be plunged into eternal rest." Now, if the black items are objects from the black market, such as the ones Subijnik collects, then she might die as well. And of course, Hisoka's going to the Dark Continent to take out and kill the remaining troop members, so this is also very possible to occur. Now, it also needs to be noted that if you remember from the York New City arc, that each Phantom Troop member's prediction should should have occurred in the next 2 to 3 weeks after it was written down on that piece of paper when they were all talking about the chances of 6 of them dying. So in Shalnark's case, the fortune, it's just been foreshadowed, and it's not actually being predicted, just foreshadowing. And if it's going to occur for Shizuka, it'd just be the same, just foreshadowing, not the prediction actually occurring. And because I just want to mention this as well, and this last point of the video, Hisoka was in the room when all their fortunes was read out as well, so he might just remember them, and he's just doing this now because he's a twisted psychopath, just an awesome guy. Hisoka, Team Hisoka, let's go. But yeah, he might be doing it for his own fun, just doing it, playing a game, and he wants to see if the spiders can figure out the order of which he's going to kill them. So that's really interesting here, and just really interesting how Togashi's bringing something back from hasn't been touched in over 200 chapters, over 10 years of material, but it's awesome to see. But that's all from this explanation video of Shalnark's foreshadowing from his death by the hands of Hisoka. Hope you enjoyed this video. Rate the video, comment your thoughts down below, share this video to the masses. I'm signing out, Greg Jones. Subscribe for more Hunter x Hunter material. Thanks guys.